FS Securities, education and information firm on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia. And every day we try to actually put all the data that we have collected this morning from overnight and last week data. And of course we try to forecast what we're likely to see in the coming days, weeks. So please enjoy the presentation, and if you have any particular feedback, we would really appreciate your feedback, and we'll give you the address later on. Well, overnight, of course, the American market was closed for the Memorial Day, but in Europe, the Stoxx 50 index, which comprises most major European markets, was up 2.3% on the back of very, very strong performance from Germany about their economy. And you can see here that Germany was up nearly 3%, but in London the market went down a bit, 0.4%. And actually the London market was closed as well, so there was no change. The Nikkei in Japan was up 1.7%, a good performance. And in China the market was almost steady after 2 days of small drops, as you can see here, that 2 days before. Gold 1,743 according to the data was supposed to be up. However, other data that we've collected, we find that gold at the moment is 1,728, so please be careful with this number here. Silver $17.60, and copper was up 2 cents per pound. Brent oil 40 cents up, and West Texas crude oil 58 cents up. Now in terms of soybeans, which is actually what we expect from China, about what they buy from the US, again the price hasn't changed, same because the market was closed. The Australian dollar versus the US 65.4, slightly above yesterday, but well before what it was 2 days ago. That's Friday, Monday, and this morning, Tuesday. Against the euro, giving you 60.05 euro cents and 53.7 British pence. And for those people who follow Bitcoin today was actually down by 360 US, trading at 8,900. Remember, only a few days ago, last week, this time, was actually hitting very close to 10,000 US. Well, today the market actually gives you 13,600 Australian dollars, and that is down 570 Australian dollars overnight. Now looking at the chart, nothing happens in the US. That's where we left it on Saturday morning. Remember that there has been 50% retracement, and it's sitting above that 50% retracement. Are we going to see the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement? I would say there is every chance that it will. You know, the economy is now starting to recover with the opening on 50 states in America. So we just have to wait and see, and maybe we can find a vaccine for the coronavirus. That will also get the market very excited. Well, yesterday we had a good day, as I mentioned. We were up, and the market today is likely to open higher as well. And you can see here, this is the weekly, the retracement from the very high sometime in December or October down to the very bottom, which we've seen I think in February, March. We recovered only 38.2% Fibonacci. Are we going to receive an excitement when we see the 50% again retracement from the high to the low? I think there is every chance we will. If that happens, expect the market will go up to 5,800, flirt around it for quite a number of weeks, and then either will go higher or down. This is the $64 question. Depends on the economy of the world, of course. Daily charts, the stochastic is bullish, the parabolic stop and reverse is bullish, the 9-day above the 21-day bullish. However, the very long term, the 50-day moving average is below the 100-day moving average, the 100-day is below the 200. On a very long term, that is bearish. So for people who look months after months, unless that changes, and it can take a long time to change because it's a very many days of moving averages. So it takes a lot of time for these to change. But once they change, then we embark on a real reversal in the market. And of course, the election in November will dictate to a certain extent what may happen. Now, we also like to see volume versus advances over declines. As you can see here, to give us some confidence about the market, 2, 4, 6, 7 days, we've had 6 days of advances exceeding declines. Only one day, that is Friday, when we've seen the market was actually down. However, look, the volume was going up, advances exceeding declines. That is, in my book, very bullish. We're hitting the 3 billion transaction per day. That is actually quite exciting. So there is a lot of movement in the market, so be aware of that. Now, the mechanical system that we've got, which looks at the various indicators. For the investors, we look at monthly and weekly, and we pick 5 out of 8 indicators on both, and provided there is confirmation from the lower one to the higher one, then we go either bullish, neutral, or bear. Well, the Nasdaq, of course, hasn't changed because the market was closed. Gold, you can see here, from Monday morning or Saturday morning, you can say, we had some bullish for the aggressive and the very aggressive that turned into neutral. So there is likely a small reversal. However, the bullish for the investor, the long term, still bullish. So if you're holding Newcrest again, and you probably went a long time ago into Newcrest or other gold stocks, then you may want to hold. But however, if you're very short term, and what I mean by short term, week by week, month by month, or the very aggressive, of course, who trades in and out several times during the week, is neutral. Okay, so I remember you need to actually look at those with an open mind, and remember, there is no guarantee that the mechanical system that we've got will definitely turn into gold. So be aware of that, because there are a lot of variables that we cannot predict. Just get Mr. Trump to open his mouth and the market will go up or down or sideways. Crude oil starting to strengthen a little bit for the conservative trader, but for the very aggressive trader, we can still trade it on the bull side. Corn, very bearish, and for those who trade the Australian dollar is slightly stronger this morning, and the euro stronger. The Japanese versus the US, then obviously there is weakness in the US and more strength in the Japanese yen. And if you're trading the British pound, you go bearish according to the statistics. Okay, now finally, if you look at our market, ANZ, we were bearish for a long time. Well, for the conservative trader, we start to see neutral, one less bear sell, which is reasonably positive, but not definite. BHP, we've gone stronger, bullish. Macquarie Bank, slightly bullish after being neutral one day before. And NAB, with slight improvement like ANZ. And CBA as well, of all the banks, CBA actually showing more indication that maybe a turnaround. Westpac continues to be bearish. We haven't got enough indicators to change that. But of course today it can change. Okay, in terms of companies who had extreme volume, here we've got the average volume over 50 days, the moving average volume. You can see this company Qantas, of course we know Qantas, had a price increase of 7.2% yesterday, and the volume was 21% higher than the average volume. We may want to have a look at Qantas again today. For nothing on the bearish side for the top 50. However, for the mid cap, Bellevue Gold keeps coming up and up and up. However, unfortunately, we cannot trade it on CMC market for CFDs, but it's gone quite a lot of, many days been going up. Southern Cross Media, 10% high in the price and 121%, nearly double the volume. Flexi Group, again, it appears day after day. So if you want a copy of this, by the way, it will be on the website. For on the bearish side, Monash IVF Group, price down, less than 1%. However, the volume was nearly double. Okay, finally, we give you our disclaimer. Everything we said today is only for general advice only. And before you take any action, please consult with us or with your professional advisor. Remember, nothing is guaranteed in the market. There are too many variables, and you need to understand your risk and reward, and certainly the risk appetite that you've got. If you have any questions, all you have to do is ask. Well, you can write to me at george@fssecurities.com.au. FS stands for full service. George@fssecurities, plural. And if you call me on my mobile from overseas, it's 61 for the country, Australia, 61. You don't need the 0 for the mobile. So it's 61 411 259526. And for the local people, 0411 259526. Happy day and happy trading.